is outrageous. Sold to a salvage yard.
Drivers say they were victimized by a local towing company.
When I start to hear the stories of the other victims, I can't give up.
Why the city isn't cracking down, coming up.
Plus, nearly a dozen drivers say a local tow company stripped or junked their cars without their permission. While those victims believe a relationship with the city is keeping the company's owner from facing charges. Junked and held without the owners ever being notified. Nearly a dozen drivers say they'd been victimized by a local towing company.
Several victims contacted Boston 25 News reporter Stephanie Quinn, saying police and the company in question have done nothing about their complaints.
Valley Towing has been towing and storing cars in Methuen for decades and has city contracts with both Methuen and Lawrence. The owner of Valley Towing, Ronald Perino, is also the chairman for Methuen's licensing board. In the last several months, at least 10 people have come forward claiming the company is abusing that standing in the community.
This truck is worth nothing to me or to anybody else.
David Lee considers his 2001 Chevy Silverado junk. The dashboard stripped, windows smashed, parts of the wheels removed.
There's writing with yellow marker. They use the markings to resell the parts to know where they came from.
Lee last saw his truck in working condition several weeks earlier, parked here next to this fence on the private property he manages. Valley Towing is next door. Lee says one morning in May, his truck was gone.
I assume someone stole my truck.
Boston 25 News obtained the Methuen police report. The owner of Valley Towing, Ronald Perino, told police his company towed the truck. Valley Towing never notified police, which they're required to do under state and city regulations. According to the report, Perino told police people had been using the truck to jump the fence and take items from their cars. He said he reached out to David Lee several times. No charges were filed.
If I went to your house and took your vehicle, would I be arrested? And he said, yes. I get frustrated. I go back to the police and says, this isn't sitting well with me.
Methuen police requested a magistrate's hearing, but the clerk dismissed the case. Lee says Perino offered to pay for the damage, but the offer was far below what the truck was appraised for. We brought Lee's case to criminal defense attorney Joseph Keegan.
I don't know how many laws were just violated there, but there could be dozens. Towing in Massachusetts is a heavily regulated industry, and for good reason.
And I believe that they are wrong, and I believe that they're criminally breaking laws, and I'm not afraid. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to call it what it is.
Chris Nesbitt is suing Ronald Perino, the city of Methuen, and Police Chief Joseph Solomon, among others. He claims Valley Towing towed his car following an accident and then sold it to a salvage yard without his knowledge.
I'm alleging that this is a criminal racketeering enterprise.
We went to Valley Towing for Ronald Perino's side of the story. Perino's attorney told us his client appreciated our request, but they wouldn't be commenting. Methuen Police Chief Joseph Solomon did agree to speak with us.
And after speaking with the city attorney and the insurance company's attorney, they've asked me not to even have this interview with you, but I think it's important to be open.
Solomon told us while he can't comment on the pending lawsuit, he stands behind how his department has handled other complaints against Valley Towing, including David Lee's case.
I would say there's a procedural error there. They should have called us and told us if there was a criminal wrongdoing. I'm pretty sure the city would immediately suspend the contract and then look at voiding it, but in this case, we're not seeing that at all.
Solomon did say the department is now reviewing its towing procedures. The city of Lawrence also has a contract with Valley Towing. Boston 25 has confirmed Lawrence police are now investigating the company for irregularities in its towing practices. Last month, the city suspended the company for 1 week. For Lee, he's hoping by sharing his story, he can help someone else.
The city of Methuen needs to see what's going on.
Boston 25 News asked the city if Ronald Perino's position as chairman of the licensing board creates a conflict of interest with Valley Towing's city contract. I'm still waiting to hear back. We also contacted the Attorney General's office and the state's Ethics Commission. I'm Stephanie Quinn, Boston 25 News.
And the local tow company is paying up.
You can't just, take people's money and take advantage of people and then get caught and then think it's all right to just pay people back.
Why some customers want more than their money back. A local towing company is under fire after some customers say they were towing cars without notifying the owners. It's a story we first brought you last night. And today we've learned since we started asking questions about Valley Towing's practices, the company is now responding.
Boston 25 News reporter Stephanie Quinn has been investigating for weeks and has found that tow company has started reaching out to some of its unhappy customers.
And those customers told me they complained to the state after Valley Towing overcharged them for storing their cars after a tow. The attorney for Valley Towing says they've started sending out checks to those customers. But the people we spoke with say this isn't about the money. It's about the company they claim is taking advantage of people. This is the $35 check Jesse Davis says he received last week from Valley Towing. He says he filed a complaint with the Department of Public Utilities, or DPU, after learning about our Boston 25 investigation. DPU is the state agency that oversees towing regulations and companies.
Dear Jesse Davis, the Department of Public Utilities recently received your consumer complaint. Davis's case dates back to August 2017, when he says Valley Towing charged him for an extra day of storage after a tow. I figured it would be a little less, but I still had to pay it. I had no choice at the time. A DPU spokeswoman told us since June 2017, the agency has received 6 complaints against Valley Towing. The state says the company has agreed to reimburse some of those claims, specifically involving overcharging. But for Davis, that check isn't enough. I think it's more on the principle. You know, you can't just go around doing things like that to people. Boston 25 first reported the cities of Methuen and Lawrence have contracts with Valley Towing. Boston 25 has confirmed Lawrence police are now investigating the company for irregularities in its towing practices. The city also suspended the company for 1 week. Valley Towing's owner, Ronald Perino, declined to comment for our previous story. Thursday, Perino's attorney issued a statement on his behalf, solely on the overcharging cases, saying most came during snow emergencies, and the company was not aware of a state law regulating storage areas and fees. Quote, Valley Towing is committed to reimbursing any person who is inadvertently overcharged. For Davis, while he appreciates the $35 gesture, he says it's too little, too late. I feel like they should be held accountable for their actions that they did. You know, you can't just, take people's money and...
We've learned that DPU is now doing an audit of Valley Towing after complaints about storage fees when cars were towed in a snow emergency. DPU will be reviewing the company's invoices for the last 3 months. They're also reviewing 2 other complaints. In the control room, I'm Stephanie Quinn, Boston 25 News.